Hey guys, welcome to Rock and Pop Vinyls, and I'm doing something a little bit different. This is actually something I planned on doing from the entire conception of this channel, which is my love for vinyl records, my love for toy collecting, Funko Pop collecting, and just everything pop culture in general. But one of the biggest things I wanted to do was movie reviews, and I haven't done that yet. Matter of fact, even when you look up Rock and Pop Vinyls, it even says in its descriptors movie reviews, and I haven't got around to doing them yet. So with that said, here's my first one, and we are doing Rambo Last Blood.
You're dealing with an expert, with guns, with knives, with his bare hands. Rambo was the best.
I finally came home
Uncle John!
to defend the only family I've ever known.
You must really want this girl.
All she's got is me. She's coming home. You started this. I'll end it. I'm gonna tear you apart. This is what it feels like.
Hey guys, and so I decided I wanted to show you that trailer first, mainly because I want to remind you what this movie is about. They didn't candy coat it. It isn't hidden in the, like it's going to be some kind of different type of movie outside what they represented in the trailer. And the reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to touch a couple things. There was critics out there that were attacking this film for being too violent. Here's the thing. The movie's called Rambo. This is the 5th movie in this story arc, and you are going to have a problem with it being violent all of a sudden. If you haven't seen the last Rambo, which came out in 2008, it's actually more violent than this one by, actually, as far as I'm concerned, a mile. It was pretty damn gruesome, but I love that movie. The thing is, we are grown folk. I was thinking about using another word there, and we have this amazing ability to have freedom of choice, to go see things that we want and don't see things we don't. Rambo does not candy coat what Rambo is. Rambo is a action-packed, violent movie. That is it. So you go to review it and you have a problem with a movie that it is, that's on you. Completely on you. Base it on its merit and against its own peers, like Commando or, Delta Force. We can just go on and on and on. These violent movies like this have been going on forever. Terminator. Same critics that hate this and we're going to love the next Terminator, and that Terminator's body count is going to be freaking here. So get over yourselves. Knock it off. I'm tired of this PC world and everything that it represents. Rambo is exactly what it is. It told you what it was. There was no candy coating it. It said, boom, here it is. So let's get that out of the way. The second thing was, they were talking about this movie was possibly being racist towards Mexicans, and let's get that out of the way right away. It was not. The storyline is this. It's pretty simple. It's called Mexican cartels, not drug traffickers, sex traffickers in Mexico. That is what he is up against. They don't candy coat that in this film either. There's not one moment, there's not one person sitting next to me where I went, hey, you don't think that guy should, get it? Trust me, they probably thought it. But they're also at a movie, they know what they're getting into. So review the movie based off what it is. Knock this stupid crap off. And if you don't like violent movies, don't go watch them. That's your right. Rant over. So let's talk about Rambo Last Blood. I'm a diehard Stallone fan. I love Stallone. I love Rocky. I've loved even his earlier films, Nighthawks. I loved him in Oscar, where he tried to be, throw his hat into comedy. I'm just a big Sylvester Stallone fan, and I want to tip my hat off to him. Here he is, the guy's going upwards or 70 now, and he just keeps on kicking our butts at the box office. Is Rambo Last Blood my favorite Rambo film? No. My favorite will always be First Blood. It's just a fantastic film, and matter of fact, that film technically compared to this one is more violent. It's also a longer movie. This movie has a runtime of 1 hour and 29 minutes, so they really spent a lot of time in this movie. Probably, to be honest with you, the last 20 minutes is the most violent in the entire movie. It's also what we pay to see. It's popcorn stuff. It's fluff. It's a lot of booms, a lot of blood. It's nasty. But you know that going into a Rambo film. So, was I pleased? Absolutely. I actually loved this movie. I really did. I mean, it's an easy watch. Like I said, it's really fast. They spent probably a good hour and 10 minutes just building up to it. So there was a lot of not boggy down type dialogue. These movies are not, known for their, in-depth writing. I didn't really have a problem with it. Stallone was fantastic. The storyline really, in general, it's kind of weak, but for an hour and a half movie, they really nailed it on the head. There was a couple things that happened. I want to keep this spoiler free, so I'm not going to give those that I was not expecting. I was like, oh, but it happened, and it made sense. In order to have the outcome here, we had to have this type of thing happen. I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, First Blood will always be my favorite of the Rambo films. I really enjoyed the last one, which was in '08, Rambo. But man, we're talking that movie was over the top. We're talking it was just violent, 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 violent. But of course, back in '08, no one bitched about that either. Not compared to today. And this movie's half. I mean, not even ballpark as violent. It's gory. It's got its scenes. It's got it. It ends. Did I feel that this was a proper send out for Rambo? Not really. Does it work as a proper send out for Rambo? It does. That's one of those things. I mean, they could literally leave this alone, never make a Rambo movie again, and I think everybody would be fine with it. Did I feel fulfilled? No. I want him to go out on a little more of a higher arc than this. Not that this one was not fine. I mean, but this was definitely just kind of nipped it in the bud, and it will work. I mean, if this is honestly the last Rambo movie, hey, thank you, Stallone. I appreciate the 5 films. I mean, I've been watching them since the first one came out in the early '80s, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to watch the next thing Stallone does. I loved what he did, getting creative with the Creed movies and keeping the Rocky aura alive without him actually fighting in these movies. He's a very inventive guy. And matter of fact, from what I understand, he's got another what's that? Oh gosh, I'm losing my brain on it. But the Invincibles or whatever it was, the Expendables. I'm sorry, see completely. Those movies are really, really violent as well, and he's got another one of those coming up. So I will watch that as well. So if this is definitely the last movie, thank you, good sir. I appreciate it. I enjoyed every second of it for the hour and a half that I got out of it. I just really, I mean, I'm a fan. I don't want this one to be the end. Now, with that said, did I enjoy it? Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you like action movies, you want to see stuff blow up, you want to see, just Rambo kicking ass, it is well worth it. Go see it. Out of 4 beers, it gets 3. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so that's my first ever movie review. Rambo, Last Blood. Go see it. Enjoy it. Enjoy everything about it. And stop bitching. All right, bye, guys.